It's one of the most horrific stories I've seen. There was a movie Ice-T played in back in the 90s. People would be selected to go to this place in the woods. Somehow they end up in the woods running for their lives. And these people would pay money to hunt them. I don't know what it's called. But that's what this sounds like. Some 1% hunting ritual with a black guy. It's the game. It's one of the most horrible stories I've read all year. And I'm not talking about in 2022, in 2021. Peter Spencer was killed on a hunting trip with his white friends. Peter Spencer is a Jamaican immigrant. His girlfriend dropped him off to go hunting. He never came back home. Alive, anyway. Something happened, resulting in him being shot 9 times. 6 in the chest, 1 in the mouth, 2 in the ass. And they said it was self-defense. And these people have been released. No one's being held. A modern day lynching. That's what it's called. December 11th, 2021, Jamaican-born immigrant Peter Spencer, 29, was dropped off to a cabin in Venango County, Pennsylvania, around 9 p.m. According to assistant to Talia Spencer, her brother went to go hunting and camping with a white man who he met at a previous job. She said the white man brought his own friends, 3 white males and his girlfriend, a white female. Spencer, who migrated to the U.S. in 2013, was the lone black guy in the group. He was dropped off by his fiancée, Carmela King. King says she received a text shortly afterward to say he was staying overnight. But at 2:30 p.m. on December 12th, the Franklin police were called to the cabin, and they found Mr. Spencer dead at the scene. So he goes on a hunting camping trip with his white friend that he knew from another job, a previous job, and he's got friends with him that he doesn't know. And for some reason, Spencer ends up dead. He's shot 9 times. They ruled his death a homicide. He was shot once in the mouth, 2 in the butt, 6 times in the chest and the abdomen. A 25-year-old man was taken into custody, as well as 3 additional individuals. They were detained, questioned, and released. No charges have been filed. The Pennsylvania State Police says it's still investigating the case, but not as a hate crime. Multiple guns were reportedly found at the scene, but no charges have been filed. The men claim they acted in self-defense. It's one of the most horrific stories I've seen. This sounds like there was a movie Ice-T played in back in the 90s. People would be selected to go to this place in the woods. Somehow they end up in the woods running for their lives. And these people would pay money to hunt them. I don't know what it's called. But that's what this sounds like. Some 1% hunting ritual with a black guy. It's the game. How you shoot somebody 9 times and then say you were defending yourself? But I had no reports of anybody else being shot or stabbed or set on fire. These people are walking around free. Now, I'm sure they have a great explanation for this. They say self-defense. They were defending themselves against the black guy who's now dead. None of them are dead. But he was the dangerous one who had to be stopped. None of them are in jail. I didn't hear about this story until Keith brought it to my attention. And this happened December 11th. No one's talking about it. I'm going to put links in the description box below or somewhere. So you can go donate money to the GoFundMe so the family can hire an investigator, because the cops don't seem to be that enthusiastic about justice in this particular case. Now, I'm sure there's a scenario where a group of 4 people would have to shoot one person 9 times in an act of self-defense. I just can't think of it. I'm sure it exists somewhere. Somewhere there's a scenario that makes sense. But obviously the cops were able to deduce that scenario, because I can't figure that shit out, but they were able to figure out a scenario that makes sense. And maybe they will produce information where it makes sense, where Mr. Spencer could get shot in the mouth. And in the chest and stomach. And in the ass. And it not be torture. I'm sure somebody will help me out, figure this out. Help me figure it out.